Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, chat. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Today is my day 32 of my C++ DSA journey. In today's stream, we will be revisiting some old problems that we solved yesterday, and after that, we will try some new problems based on binary search. And according to the roadmap, I will be solving only one problem today. Maybe if the time will allow, we will see to solve another problem today. And I have also changed the title from the yesterday stream. Like from now, we will call it as a binary search. Okay. Like on day 31, it was named as binary search, and again I named it as binary search. Okay. Just the title of the stream has changed. So today there will be three revisits that we will be doing because yesterday we have done three new problems and the stream got a little bit late due to some electricity issues, and because of frequent electricity cuts in between, the stream got a little bit late. Let me just share the link in the Discord. If anyone will be online, he or she can join the stream. Okay, I think we are ready to go. So first problem that we will revisit is binary search. Name is binary search of the problem, in which we will be using simple binary search. Like the normal binary search, there will be no modification will happen in that. In this, we will be given a target and we have to find the target. Like the target will be present on a certain index, right? And name is binary search. So in this problem, we will be using binary search. Okay. Like here given an integer, uh, yeah, array of integers num named as nums, which is sorted in ascending order, and an integer target. Okay, there will be a target given. We will have to find the target, and we have to write a function to search target in the nums array. Okay, there will be a target. We will have to search that in the nums array. If target exists, then we have to return its index. Otherwise, if after traversing the whole array, if we not found the target, we can simply return -1 as the value has not been found, right? And we must write an algorithm with a big of log and time complexity. And if we try to write the code with log and time complexity, that will be linear time complexity, right? And yeah, and that is also named as linear search. But here we will do binary search, okay? And how do we do binary search? Let me tell you. Like I have taken some DSA notes. So binary search is an algorithm which in every iterations divides the problem into half. Okay. And that is why it is efficient for sorted arrays. Okay. Like there will be a sorted array when you can check if there will be binary search used in a problem or not. If the problem is given like array sorted or or search space is monotonic, or we can confidently eliminate half space, okay, half search space, then in that case we can use binary search. It will be a little more clearer today compared to yesterday. Yesterday it was a very raw concept, I will say. We were. And what is the core idea of that? Like I have written with my notes, the core idea of binary search is like first we calculate the median value, like from the whole array. We take the start and we take the end value and divide start and end by 2. Okay, then we get the middle value of the array. In both the cases, if array is even or array is odd, in both the cases that will happen. If array will be even, like here it is odd, okay, sorry, here it is even, so the middle value will be what? When we calculate the middle value, we take the 0th index plus last index, that will be 5, and we will divide by 2, it will give 2.5 in the end, but we will take 2 because there are integer values that we are checking for. So the second index will be the middle value in this case when array will be even, right? When array will be odd, then when we will divide it, we will get the middle value, right? Like suppose there was 7 elements in the array and 0 plus 6, when we divide 6 by 2, it gives yeah 6. 6 divided by 2 will be 3, right? Then in that case it will be the third index, okay, like 0, 1, 2, 3. This will be the third index, means the fourth value, right? In that case, when array will be even, we will be at the middle value, and if it's even that, when we will be at the middle value, okay. So first we calculate the mid, okay. After that we compare the mid with target, okay. Every time we compare the mid with target. If target is less than the mid, okay, like the array is sorted here. If target is less than the middle value, like here, then we will search for the target in the left side of the array, okay, and the search space gets shortened, like so that we don't have to check for these values, and we will completely discard this, and the search space becomes this. And instead of what we do in binary linear search, we check for one value one by one, and it comes here to log and time complexity, okay. So that's how we are reducing time complexity also in this. Yeah, by breaking down the problem every time into half, like this. Like there were 10 elements, then we shrink down, divide the problem into half, then again into half, then again into half. Eventually when it becomes 1, okay. Till then we keep dividing it until there is only one value left, like this. And if suppose target is more than the middle value, then we will search for that value in the right side of the array, because it will be present in that side, because the larger values are in the right side of the array, right? And why that's happening? Because here we are given an sorted array, okay. That's why it's happening. And just I have also write it in the formula, like if first we are checking if nums mid, suppose if we get the middle value, if maybe middle value will be equals to target, then in that case we will directly return the mid, okay. And there will be two else if case, like what I have written here. Else if wait, else if suppose nums is more than the target, okay, like mid value is more than target, mid value is more than the target, then we will search it in the left side of the array. And why we have done use this, like end is equals to mid minus 1. End is equals to mid minus 1 means start the search area from here and end it here, okay. Like mid is this, so mid minus 1 will become this, and yeah, start will be this and end will be this. And also we are every time calculating the mid, so when we will calculate the mid of this again, so mid will come at this index and we will check for this here, okay. If nums mid value is more than target, and suppose if else in this case, nums mid value will be less than the target. In that case, we will just change the start point, okay? Because endpoint is already decided here, right? Endpoint will be this for the for when we will check it in the right side of the array, okay? And start will become mid value plus one, okay? Like now we will check for it in the right side of the array. Middle value will become this. If not found here, middle value will, yeah, every time it will change like this. So first of all, I think I should write the code by myself, and after that, there we should be doing a dry run of the problem. So first we will need two variables, like there will be a start variable which start from the 0th index, and there will be an end variable that will start from the last index, right? Like it represents both the ends of the array, the first value and the last value. And after that, I will use a while condition while start is less than or equals to end. Why? Because maybe at some point start and end point will be the same. Like in that case, when there will be one value left in the array, like suppose this, okay, the such space has shrunk to this point where only one value is being left in the array. So at that point, start will be this and end will also be this, right? That's why we have done this. And so the okay before and inside the while loop we are every time checking the mid value, right? Mid value will be what? Mid value will be equals to start plus end minus start. Okay, start plus end minus start divided by 2. Like this is the optimized formula for getting the mid. Okay, so we will use that because it also avoids integer like overflow. Okay, yeah. And after that, let me check another thing that maybe something is left to be told. Mid formula algorithm. Like every time when we do like in a iteration, we reduce the search space. Okay. So here the first condition that we will check for will be if what? If nums mid, if nums mid value, suppose it will be equals to target, then in that case we will simply return mid index, right? Because we have to return the index of that. So I think we can keep this in single line. Like if this will be true, we will directly return that mid index in that case. And else if yeah, else if suppose nums mid value is more than the target, then in that case, yeah, then in that case, we will just uh, check it in the left side of the array, because there is no meaning if we there is no mean that we should check it for the in the right side of the array, because when the mid value will be more than the target, then the target will be present in the left side of the array, because there will be values which will be less than the mid present in the left side of the array, right? So end will becomes mid minus 1 in that case, right? And there will be also else if case, that else if suppose nums mid is less than target. Okay, the just the opposite of it. If it's less than the target, then in that case we can keep it like this here also. It's looking a little bit good. Else if this is true, then in that case, start will be equals to mid plus one, right? Like the right side of the array. And when this will be true, it will return the mid value. Suppose we traverse the whole array and we not found the value, then in that case, we will simply return minus one in that case. And here this function will be closed. Let me just see through the code. If something may be missing, we will fix it. Compiler. Return member name. Mm, After this value, valid. Mid is this target. Hmm. Else if nums mid is more than target and is equals to mid minus one. Start is mid plus one, then member name. Let's see what does Copilot says about this, like what we have to do here. Okay, wait. Not in this chat, we can check what does this error mean. It's in syntax issue specif specifically. Okay, specifically. Expected number, and this usually happens when something before that line is malformed. The compiler points at return minus one, but the real problem is earlier common causes. Missing semicolon. But where? Hmm, wrong loop condition. Okay, here we use zero, but it will be end, right? Okay. Again, it's giving that same error. I think misplaced. You put minus one outside the function body. That's why compiler error came. It should be inside the function after the loop ends. Oh yeah, yeah. Because we already closed it here, so that's why the error was coming. But we also got the check like there will be end like written here. We mistakenly used zero here, just a slip of eye. So this was the thing. What we do in this, let me tell it again. Like first we calculate the mid of the array. Like what is the mid of the array when array is sorted, okay? And after that we compare it with the target that is given. If it's equals to target, then we will directly return the mid. If not, suppose else if nums mid is more than target, then we will check for it in the left side of the array, means this side of the array where there will be smaller values. And else if nums mid value is less than target, suppose it's less than target, then we will search for it in the right side of the array Okay, where values will be bigger, right? There will be bigger values than nums mid because the array is already sorted. So, and when we found the value, if it's equals to mid at any point, then we will return the mid index value, index, mid index number, okay, not the value, just the mid index. And suppose after searching the whole array, if we not found the value, even after that, we will simply return -1. We should also submit it. And time complexity of this code will be equals to log n. Yeah, we can check it here again. See here, it's equals to log n. So the first revisit is done. Now we will take only a 2 minutes of break. After that, we will do the second revisit of today. That will be in that there you will see the good type of implementation of binary search with some modifications also. Like there will be some other if conditions in that also. So first problem revisited. Name was binary search, right? I think we didn't took so much time to revisit this. It is again around 20 minutes, right? And the second problem that we will revisit is search in rotated sorted array, in which we will again use binary search, but in a modified form, not in a simpler form, like simple binary search. Mhm. I think I should take a 5 minutes of break. Just will the mic will be and in between the break, when the break is till the break ends, you all can try to understand the code that I have written for binary search. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so the first revisit is done and now the break is ended. Now we will revisit the second problem that will be search in rotated sorted array. Don't know, the voice is a little bit. Let me just fix it. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, now I think it's fine. Yeah, yesterday we took a little bit time to explain this, right? Because in this the array is sorted but it's rotated at some point, okay? Like a part of the array will be sorted and the other part of the array will not be a sorted part, because here the name is also stating that search in rotated sorted array, but in this we will use binary search. And there is also given this, like, you must write an algorithm in big of log and time complexity, right? Like this, like the value after 0 1 2, values after 0 1 2, maybe when it was sorted it was 0 1 2, then 4 5 6 and 7, but after rotating all the values, after this index 2, right, then all the values after it came here, like at the starting of the array. So here what will be the condition? The first two or three, okay, the first conditions will till here will be the same that we did used in the binary search, okay, like till here. Like first we get the starting and the end value, then the while condition will be same, like while start is less than equals to end, maybe at some point there will be only one value left in the array that we have to check for. After dividing the search space into half every time in every iteration, and every time we are calculating the mid, okay. And this condition also will be same, maybe when we get the mid value, maybe it will be equals to target directly at that point, so at that point we will directly return the mid, okay. And here the conditions is a little bit different. That's what, compared to what we used in the simple binary search, that's how modified, there are some modifications that have been done in this. Like there is also some conditions that we need to check for, like in which side we have to go. That is also important thing, like should we check it in the right side of the array, should we check it in the into the left side of the array. So what we do first we check which side of the array is sorted, and which side of the array will be sorted, we will check for the value inside that, because there will be a higher chance of getting that value in that. For this, we used like two conditions. The first one was if condition. Okay, if this, then left is sorted. If this, then right is sorted. Okay, and in the end we are returning -1. if we not found the value even after traversing the whole array. So how we check it? Like we check compare nums1 with nums_mid. If it's less than or maybe it's equals to nums_mid, then it will be considered sorted, because I think in this case the middle value will be this, because this is an odd size array. So this will be the middle value. When we will compare it with 4, then 4 is less than the mid value, right? Then in that case, we can clearly see the values will be in ascending order, right? Like it is showing that all the values are in ascending order. So then in that case, it will be marked as okay, left array is sorted. And after that, inside this, we will check if there will be two if else condition here. Like what? If num start is less than equals to target, okay, suppose starting value is less than or maybe it's equals to the target, and there are also another condition if target is less than or maybe it's equals to mid, okay, mid value, then in that case n becomes what? N becomes the left side of the array. Like n becomes mid minus 1 means n becomes this side, and we will search for that value in this such space, okay, and thus we have eliminated the other values. And in the else case, suppose this is not true, okay, then we will check for that value in the right side of the array. And for the right side, we have just initialized start with mid plus 1 means right side of the array, okay. And yeah, we forgot to do the dry run of this, but here we are again doing the same type of problem, a similar type of problem, just the array is a little bit sorted, sorry, rotated. So I think that will be not be any different thing, okay. And here we have done the opposite of it. Suppose if this condition, the outer if condition is not true, then in that case it will be the right side of the array that will be sorted, because here this array will be sorted, okay. Even if it is rotated at a given point, it will be, there will be some values which will be in a sorted manner, okay, after even after rotating the array. So suppose left is not sorted, then in that case right will be sorted, right. And here we have again used two if else condition, like if nums mid, yeah, yeah, if nums mid is maybe less than equals to target, suppose if nums mid, okay, this value is less than or equals to target, okay, and then target is less than equals to end. Suppose nums mid is less than or equals to target, and then target is less than or equals to the end value, then the target may be present in between these, right? Then in that case, start will become mid plus 1 means the right side of the array is sorted. We found that the right side of the array is sorted. And in the else case, if it's not sorted, then we are checking it for in the left side in the array, left side of the array, okay. I think there's something is missing. Yeah, if this is not true, then we will check for it in the left side of the array, okay. If this is not true, then we will check for it in the right side of the array. That's how the things are working, and we are already checking if left is sorted or not. If left will not be sorted, then we will check for it in the right side of the array. And why we have used this? Because we are checking for target if target is less than or equals to start or target is less than equals to mid, okay. Why we are checking for mid here? Because we have initialized and with equals to mid minus 1. That's why. Mm, yeah. And if it's this not true, then we will check for it in the right side of the array. And and every time the such space is already becoming half, like here, first suppose it was 10, then it became 5 in the second iteration, then 2. then eventually it become 1, like there will be one value left in the array to search the target for, right? I'm just thinking in my mind, there should be some other way to explain this, or because maybe this will be a little bit confusing, but this is the we can say the core concept, or what. The other core thing is also that we have to check, should we go in the left side of the array or right side of the array to check for the target or the value, or okay. And yeah, why we are also checking this here, because there will be that side of the array which will be sorted. So in that case, maybe if we check for this, the target will be in between those values, right? Then in that case, we are checking for it in the left side. Okay, that's why we have used this condition. In that case, if it will not be true, then we will check for it in the right side of the array, right? That's how the things are working. When you will try to do it by your own, then you will better understand it. Okay, when you dry run it in your mind, or maybe do the dry run of it on a paper, and you know how the things are working. So we can write the code for it. And suppose in the end case we not found that value, right? Then that case we will return -1, that the value is not found. So first we will initialize two variables which will represent the end and the start of the array, right? Then after that we use the while condition, while start is less than or equals to end. Okay. After that we calculate the mid value, right? Mid value will be what? Mid value will be start plus um, end minus start divided by 2, and yeah, it will be of integer type, right? We will reformat the code after we will have been written the code. Okay, and we will check that condition if nums mid value, if it's equals to target at the starting, then we will return the index of nums mid, right? Then after that we will check, yeah, we will check if left side of the array is sorted or not. So how we can do that is start with nums mid, right? If nums start is less than nums mid, then in that case it will be it means that the left side of the array is sorted, right? Then that means the left side of the array is sorted. And here we will use two conditions. If nums start is less than or equals to target, right? And then target is less than or equals to nums and, right? Um, Nums and, okay. Oh, sorry, there it will be mid, right? Because we are comparing it with mid. If in that case we will check for the value with mid minus 1, like in this left side of the search space. This will become the search space then. Okay, suppose this is not true. Okay, then in the else case, and there is also one thing to keep in mind that I use this if condition here, but close this after this if else condition. Inside the outer if condition, I use two if else conditions. Okay, and in the else case, oh man, and in the what's happening, man? And in the else case, we will just make start is equals to mid plus 1, means if this condition is not true, then we will check for it in the right side of the array, right? Let's make it a little bit clear. So if the visual representation of it will be good, like it will be more readable, right? Let's just, okay, now it's reformatted, but it's not looking that good, right? Okay, so we are check for the if this is true, and suppose this is not true, then what? Then there will be a else case of this outer if condition. Okay, that will be else the right side of the array is sorted. Then in that case, else right is sorted, right side of the array is sorted. Then in that case, yeah, like if we copy this, the because the things will be somewhat similar, just there will be a little bit changes. Okay, if yeah, now the conditions will be changed here. Like it will be now become nums and it will become nums mid, right? If nums mid is less than equals to target, okay, if nums mid is less than or equals to target, and then target is less than equals to n, okay, then in that case maybe the target will be present in between these. If this will be true, then we will check for it in the right side of the array. That will be start is equals to mid plus 1, okay, because we are checking for it in the right side. Suppose if it's not true, then we will check for it in the left side of the array. That will be and is equals to mid minus 1, okay. And suppose even after that we not found the value, or maybe suppose if we found the value at any point, then we will return mid index. Okay, suppose we not found value even after traversing the whole array, even if in this case, okay, then what will happen? Then we will simply return minus 1 that we have told to return here. Like given the array number array nums after the possible rotation and an integer target, we have to return the index of target if it is present in nums array, or minus 1 if it's not present in the nums array. Okay, so else is this, then we will return minus 1. Wait, I think we should keep it here, right? When we will run it, maybe there will be a little error. Yeah, I was thinking about this. Let's see the code, what where the error is happening. I think that is because of curly braces. So while loop closed here, if condition closed here, if this is if condition, else this is This else condition is closed here, but here the while loop is ended. Expected to match line 1. We close the function, we close the class, then maybe this will be the extra one. Let's see. Okay. What if I use this? Else. Expected expression, right? Sorted. Again, it's saying that, right? Expected expression. What was that meaning here? There will be a something. Mm, 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 start is this and is this. Return -1. What if I remove it? Okay, like we will have to write it eventually, but hmm, class closed here, function closed here, this while loop closed here. Okay, while loop ended here with curly braces. If condition is this left, hmm, I think here we have done a little mistake or not. Maybe this is an extra curly brace that is it was talking about. And now if I will return -1, then I think in that case it will run because there was an extra curly brace that we have removed. Okay, that we have removed. Just there was a slip of an eye, right? Let me just check my voice. Hello, hello. Okay, man, good. Mm, okay, it didn't took that much time, man. I was thinking about it in the break time. Maybe it will take the stream will just to 1 hour or 30 minutes, but it didn't took that much time. So we can now do a little bit of drag and off it. Okay, like how the things are working. Okay, so in the start, suppose we take this array. Okay, where target is equals to 0. First, what we do, first we pick the middle value, that is 7 here. Then mm, this becomes the middle value. Then we compare it. First we check for this. Okay, if compare it with, yeah, we got the middle value. Okay, then after that, first we check if middle value maybe it's equals to target. Then we will return the middle value. If this is not true, suppose this is not true, then in the after that we will check which side of the array is sorted. And how we check for that? If num start is less than mid, then in that case, left side will be marked as sorted. Okay, because now so that it will check, like suppose it's 7, there is 5, then it clearly shows that the array is in some type of sorting. Arrays in some type of sorted out order. Okay, and then we will check for this condition, like inside this, like we check, okay, left array is sorted, fine, but after that we will check for other two conditions inside the if condition of when left side of the array is sorted. Then we will check if target is less than or equals to num star and target is less than or equals to num mid. Okay, if this is true, then we will check for it in the left side of the array, means mid minus 1 will come here and end will be and start will be this. So now we will check for it in between these values. So when we will check for it, like when we calculate the middle value of it, this will be the middle value, right? 1.5. No, this will be the middle value, right? In that case, we will check, then it will be the middle value. When we compare it with the target, it is not equals to target. Then after that, we will again check it, like again the search space get shorted. Okay, get shortened, and like what I told you in the bunny search. Okay, again the search space will be shorted. Then in this case, we will check for it. Like we will again compare if this is true, then left side is sorted. But wait, man. Okay, we will keep checking for this inside this condition, right? Yeah, we will check for it the that value again and again. The space will keep shrinking. Okay, like for after that it will be this. After that it will become in the end, like there will be only single value left. In that case, start and end will be on the same index. And then there's also the condition like end is equals to mid minus 1, means again the end will, when this will not be true, then end will become this, right? Which here, bro? Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Uh, I'm in first year. I would say that right now even the first semester is not started. Um, First semester will start in you know, every time the mid is, yeah, end is becoming this and it is shrinking the space search space every time this is true, then we will check for that value if it's equal to target. Even after that, in the end we not found the value. Okay, even after shrinking it to a point where only there is one value left, that is equals to start and end, and that is also not equals to target, then in that case we can check for it in the mid plus 1, means right side of the array. Okay, even if it's not sorted, because already I have checked for it in the sorted side of the array, then we will come in the right side of the array, and what will happen here? Now the start will become mid plus 1, then yeah, here it is already become mid plus 1. So start is equals to mid plus 1, then okay, now we will check for it in the right side of the array. When we will check the middle value again here, we calculate the middle value again, then it will be like what? It will be, okay, wait. Two. Yeah, it will be the first index. When when we will check again for this in the left side, then it will be on, because here it is 0, zeroth index, and this is the second index, right? So 2 divided by 2 will be the first index. Then we will check for it, and the space is already string, so start will become, wait, end will, yeah, end will shrink to this point, and we will again keep checking. even after in the end we not found the target, we will check for it in the right side of the array. And what's happening in the right side of the array? Mm, yeah, here it's already in the else case. So in else case, just start is equals to mid plus one here also, and here it is also the same. Then we will check for it in the right side of the array. And when we will calculate the mid of the value, like this is the start, this is the end. When we calculate the mid, then it will be 0 plus 2, that is equals to 2 divided by 2 is equals to the very first index, that is 0 here. Okay, and sorry, this will be the middle value. This will become the middle value at that point. Then we will compare it to the target. It is not equals to the target. Then in that case, again the start will become mid plus 1. Okay, again. So we will discard it. This right. Again, mid will start will become 1. Um, but how, man? Let me just think about it. There is something, a little bit of lack in some dry run things. 0, 1, 2. Okay, this will be the right side. When we will check for when we will calculate the mid for the first time, then mid will be this 0 plus 2. Mid will become the middle value. It will not be equals to target. Then we will again check the mid. That mid will be, yeah, mid will be what? Mid will be. mm, let's take the dry run example of it from here. Give me a little dry run of what's happened only uh, only in the right side of the array, right? Okay. When the right half is sorted, come on, man. Start is 0, end is 6. Initial values. No, I want to check for this, right? We were checking for this. Give me for this only right side. Okay. Start. Start is left half is sorted. Target is just not in 4 between 4 to 7. So we go to the else right sorted block. Okay. Then what is happening there? Just give me the dry run of the right side only. All right. Let's try run on the right side of this. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hmm. Hello, hello. Okay, the light is gone. The light is gone. So where we were just, yeah, at this point checking for the right side, like what's happening in the right side. Okay, so start becomes, okay, okay, but target is not in left side. Okay, like between 4 to 7, then we go at the right side. Okay, so we go to the right side case. Right side check, right half is 0 1 2 from mid 3 to end 6. Okay, like mid, okay, yeah, mid will be the third index, end is equals to the sixth index of the array. Condition if nums mid is less than equals to target, and then target is also less than equals to mid. Let me just turn off the NVIDIA broadcast webcam features, so there will be less battery will be used. Okay. Hmm. Now in the right half, this we shrink left and is equals to mid minus 1. So when we check for this condition, if nums mid is less than or equals to target, and then target is less than equals to end. Okay, target is 6 and right, target is 0. Okay, and why this is showing that, man? We shrink left, and I think this will be true because nums mid value will be less than or equals to target, but it will not be equals to target because 7 is not less than or equals to 0, right? It will be false. So we shrink left is equals to left end is equals to mid minus 1 is equals to 2. Okay, let's see what's happening there. Start becomes 0 and becomes 2. Mid is equals to nums mid 5. Left half, don't know why it's not giving the right dren. Already checked the left side of the array, then mm, we not add the value there. Then after that, what's happening in the right side of the array, like from the mid calculation point to iteration and search space elimination. Okay. Once we check the left side and target was not found there. Okay. The algorithm shifts focus to the right side of the array. Right side target is 0. Initial mid calculation. Start is 0. Mid is 6. Mid is 3. That is more than nums mid, right? Left side sorted target not in range. Move to right side logic. Right side check. Right half is 0 and 2. Mid becomes 3 and end becomes 0. Condition. So this will be false because 7 is not less than or equals to the target, that is 0. So we think such space is equals to mid minus 1. But why, man? Um, okay, end is equals to mid minus 1. But that then in that case, it will check in the right side, right? Left side sorted, target not region. Again, right side logic. Right side check. Right half is 6. From mid is equals to 1 to condition. I think we should not try to understand it from here. We should try to understand it by own, right? So here, suppose the things are done. Then now we are. Where is that problem gone, man? Where are you going? Just the light has come, so we can switch it to the broadcast settings again. Then we will be in this side of the array. Okay. When we will not find the value in the left side, but what? When in this case, start will become mid plus 1, means start will be this and end will be the value that is 2 here. So now we will calculate the mid again and mid will be 0 plus 2 will be equals to 2 divided by 2. It will give 1. Okay, means this index becomes the middle value and what? When we will compare it with target, it will not be equals to target. So that in that case, we can't return the mid. Then we will again check what? Then again we will check if target is, yeah, we'll check this condition. If target is less than or equals to the middle value, but in this case, target is not less than, um, target is not less than or equals to mid, right? And target is less than or equals to the end, right? So start will be equals to mid plus 1 means start will become, but it's already at mid plus 1, right? So how this value will be removed, and now we will have to check that mid will become this value, that how that will happen. I wanted to know what that like that thing is not coming in my mind, don't know why. Okay. Yeah, but this will happen when right is sorted. But wait, that will not be true. Suppose we not found it. Yeah. Okay, like when we first check for the middle, then the search space should be string, right? then the search space has become 2 divided by 2. Uh, 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 like start will be this, just end point will become this point, right? But how we will do that is 0. So it should come near to 0, right? 2, 3. So 3 will be 1.5, 2 is equals to 1. So 1. Okay. When we will divide 1 by 2, right? This will be the end. And when we will divide it by 2, then in that case, it will be equals to 0.5, right? Then this will become the end and the start also. Then we will compare it with the mid. So in the end, we can return the mid value like this. According to me, this is happening because this is also, there is also binary search happening in this. Just maybe the dry run is not that good, because when you will try it by yourself, then you will understand it in a better way. Because in the starting, what happens? See, 0 plus 2 and plus start is equals to 0 plus 2. We got the middle value, check it for it. It's not equals to target. But the search space has been shrinked, right? Like the search space has been become this, and it's equals to 0 plus 1. So when we will divide 1 by 2, it will be equals to 0.5, and in integer case we will take the 0 as the mid value, and mid will become 0. Because of that, we check for 0, and 0 is equals to target, then we will return that because of these things, right? So you have to keep that and in mind also. Like there are some mistakes, common mistakes that people do. Let me tell it. Common mistakes are that they write the wrong loop condition. Okay, like here they write the wrong loop condition. Maybe instead of less than equals to, they write more than or equals to, or instead of when left array is sorted, and maybe target is less than equals to start, or less than equals to target is more than or equals to start of the array, and target is less than equals to mid. And then in that case, we have to do this, like check for it in the left side of the array. But suppose someone did this like instead of mid minus 1, mid plus 1, that will be wrong, right? Like you have to write right kind of loop condition, and maybe there will be some case like where we are calculating the mid value by using wrong variables, or like we are calculating in a wrong way, and maybe we have written the loop like in a way that the loop is just running in a for an infinity time. Okay, so we are also have to check for it that the loop does not keep checking it until infinity time. And there is also the last mistake that people do is, yeah, update the starting and ending with the wrong position. Okay, every time update the last and start and end of the search space with the wrong value. Okay, that we also have to keep that in mind. And time complexity of this code will be also equals to log n. Like it doesn't matter if we use while loop or other things. And I also got to know about that yesterday. Like the time complexity is calculated by like how the problem we are solving is being solved, right? Because when we use linear search, like yeah, when we search for a target using linear search means for loop, and we check for the value on every for for that value on every index, then we do n number of operations. Mean we go from the last first value to the last value in the worst case, and it comes near to n number of operations. Okay, that means we are checking one step by step. But in this case, like when we use binary search, we divide the problem into half. Like we reduce the search space into half every time this happens, until we reach to a point where only there is one value left, which is the middle value. Okay, and also the start and end of it. Like the search space shrink to that level where only one value being left in that. That's why its time complexity is equals to log n. Okay. So you can also think about it like if in any given problem, if it's given that you have to write the code in log n time complexity, maybe you should think about it like maybe there will be binary search used in this, because it's saying it will be run in log n time complexity. Okay. We have marked it as revisited. So the second, okay, and I think that also not took that much time, even if the driver was not good, but it also didn't took that much time, right? So second problem revisited name was search in rotated sorted array. Now we will take 2 minutes of please, 2 minutes. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, till the break ends, you all can try to understand the code of this. Like the code is a little bit longer. And after the break, till the break ends, so we will after that revisit the third problem of today, and that's a very easy level problem. The terrain of it is very easy. Okay, and also we will write the code for that, and after that we will do the new problem of today. That's name is, let me check for it. Maybe I will take it from the lectures that I've seen like yesterday, like today. Mm, Yeah, I will say yesterday at late night, I also viewed two new lectures in which the ma'am was solving two new problems based on binary search. That was peak index in mountain array problem, okay. And the second one was single element in sorted array. But we can try this because we also have to go through the pattern roadmap that we are following to see how the patterns are working. Okay. Peak index in mountain array. This is also present in, I think, the DSA sheet. Yeah, so we will mark it as this solved also. And yeah, today our ranking has increased a little bit also. Like yesterday it was around, I think, 27 lakhs, 27 lakhs 40,000 plus something. But today I think we have surpassed around maybe more than 90,000 people. Okay, so I think, see, when don't know why in the list it doesn't mark as revisited after if I have not submitted it. Runtime error overflow. Okay, man, I think it's passing here, then why it's showing overflow there? Mm-mm-mm. Mm. It was saying that there's something wrong in this condition, right? Yeah, it also happened yesterday, and the condition that we should change here was not, it will not be mid, right? It will be start. Yeah, it will be start. Let's see. Initialization of, okay, yeah, yeah. It should go, it should be the last index of the array, right? No condition is this since and starts the, okay. If this is the same issue. Num send is invalid when, yeah, not will none. Wrong answer. Where, man? Careful with comparisons. Use less than or less than equals to consistently. Okay. Always ensure you never assess num send and while when nums. Check again. Two subtle truths. There are two subtle truths present. Condition for let's sorted. Of things. But yesterday it run, man. Why it's saying that? Yeah, it will be no, less than or equals to. Then why? Okay, I think I was doing it and that I didn't just forget to use equals to, right? Just I was, yeah, safer check. Arrange if for one target is equals to mid, avoid overlap. Example, fix target is less than equals to mid instead of bro, do you remember me? Hello man, welcome to the stream. Yeah man, I remember you. What will I not change it? Because ma'am also told to keep it like less than or equals to, yeah, it's all also valid, it's saying. Yeah, we already fixed the main reason for that. Let's see. Cannot accepted. Fine. Hmm. Okay, so we were focusing on the third revisit, right? Okay, now already two revisits have been done, binary search and search in a rotated sorted array. Now we will revisit the third problem. That's name is three consecutive odds. Hello man, welcome to the stream. I remember you. Just you came at that day and you don't know where you gone. So in this problem, what we have to do, we were just checking like for three consecutive odds. Okay, means if we traverse the whole array and we found there are three odd values which are coming in a consecutive way, like one after another, in between there is no count break of that, then we will return true. Okay, and else if there are no consecutive odds, like three consecutive odds coming in a continuous manner, then we will return false. Okay, so we will write the code for it. And first we will take a counter of odd. Okay, that will be the counter of odd values that have been come in a continuous manner. Okay, how we will check for that? We will traverse the whole array. It's less than nums. Okay, array dot size and I plus plus. Then inside this, we will use a if condition. If array index value taken modulo with 2, mm, sorry, taken modulo with 2, if it's not equals to 0, okay, then in that case it will be a even odd value. Then we will increase the counter of that odd value is found, okay, in a continuous manner. In at any point this is not true, okay, this will not be true, maybe at a given point it will not be true, so it will be the else case where it will not be true, and it will happen when the value will be even. So in that case we will reset the count again, okay, like count will be equals to 0 again, and we will again check for it, and every time we are updating the count we are checking if count is equals to 3, okay, means if count is equals to 3, count of odd values, if it's equals to 3 in a continuous manner, then we will return true, okay. And suppose even after all this we not found that count value was equals to 3, then in that case we will simply return false here. Compare, okay, count is equals to 0, count, okay, not count, it will be odd, right, because we are checking odd count. Just there is a mistake in variable naming. Odd, odd, odd. Mm, okay, now it's accepted. It, good. Don't know some. Hello. Like what we are doing in this. See, we have to check three consecutive odds. Like like I already told you that if there are three odd values coming in a continuous manner, one after another, okay, then we check for the first value, it will be odd, then odd counter will plus plus again and again. When the when on every iteration of I, like means on every index of it, if if it will be odd value, then we will keep increasing the counter, and every time we are also checking at the same time if odd counter is equals to 3. Okay, if it not be, maybe it's not equals to 3, or maybe at some point the value is even when we divide it, so we will reset the odd counter again to 0. Okay, then we will finally get, okay, some values, 3 2. Okay, like here these three values are odd. Okay, then in this case when we will traverse after this the count will be 0. Then we will check for this, count will increase, odd count will be 1, then odd count will be 2, then it will eventually become 3. Then in that case we will return the we will return true. Hello man, welcome to the stream. Hello, I was just, the dry run of this problem is finished, like which we did yesterday, and yeah, yesterday the stream stretched a little bit and we were running out of time, and because of that I ended the stream very early, but today it solved in very good way. How about you? What have you done today? Have you saw, like seen that problem that I have told you, about? Have you explored this problem, or like how was your day? Which problem? Mm, yeah, these ones that I told you yesterday about. Um, have you explored these two problems? Assign cookies and maximum matching of players with trainers. No, no, okay, okay, fine. Mm, peak index in mountain array. Now we will try to solve this peak index in mountain array. Hmm. So in this problem, we will use binary search again. Okay. Yeah. So the first condition will be like equals to start is equals to 0. Oh, really? How you do you find those problems interesting? Mhm. And today I'm also started like creating DSA notes, but there is a backlog of the notes, so yeah, I will complete that yesterday. Yeah, that is easy and interesting. Yeah, I love the cookies one, where we have to assign cookies to the children. The children were very happy when they got the cookies according to the agreed factor. Mm-mm-mm. So just I switch the network to the Wi-Fi. Hmm. Have you completed like the front end of the web dev part? Like, have you completed learning JavaScript? And what was the source of JavaScript? Like, from where you learned that? Like, did you also use the Shreyan's coding school for learning JavaScript also? No, I use GPT. Okay, like for the whole JS part, because JS needs some time, right? Okay, how much time you put into JS? Only syntax. So, can you tell me like how much time you took to complete like JS to a good level? While mid is equals to plus and minus start plus and minus start and divided by 2. 2 days. Really? You only give 2 days to JavaScript. Like how that's possible? Like people give around minimum of 3 4 months for that. Okay, but can you confidently say that okay, I have a strong grip of JavaScript? Like for the web dev part. Mhm. So if someone gives you a project where you have to create the front end of it and also create um, write some logics that will be used in the website, then will you be able to do that? Accounts can sometimes spend 2 days like loops. Okay. Yeah. I've also completed 3 lectures of JavaScript like very early. Like I think it was around a month of April or something. I felt that easy, but what if someone gives you to create a website for him or her, and you have to use JavaScript in that to write the logic of the things, like how the things will be working in the website. Will you be able to do that? I'm talking about that level of grip. You got me. And one more concepts are there, which is DOM manipulation. Okay. Yeah. Don't they teach state management in that? I think you have. And for peak, we check if peak will be what will be the peak value. Peak value will be the peak value which is more than the previous value of it, and also it is more than the value after it. Okay. After that I started learning React and Node.js, and there I also learned. Okay, because of that. So can we say that so do you think that your fundamentals are strong? Like in JS, like you switch to the frameworks, but in those time you also keep learning about JS, right? Because those are just frameworks for that. But people say don't just directly jump onto the frameworks. Then, like, do you feel that also that you should have given time to the JS, more time to JS? Because I'm thinking to do that, maybe around 2 months or 3 months. I think I should give 2 or 3 months to JavaScript bef- uh, before jumping onto the frameworks like React. If num index minus one is less than nums, sorry, nums mid, and also nums mid is more than nums mid plus one. All the concepts are same like loop conditions. So you aren't finding JavaScript that much harder, right? Because there will be functions used in that. And then what do you think that why people need around they give 2 or 4 months to only JavaScript? Is that just for those people who don't know, like who don't know anything about programming? Is that time taken for those people? It will be equals to nums mid minus one. Okay, because we are comparing it with the previous value of mid and next value of mid with nums mid. Okay, if nums mid will be more than both of these, then okay, then we will return mid, because then mid will be the index peak index. There will be an optimization also in this code that will keep us um, like that will help us avoid that case when there will be, maybe because we can traverse the whole array, the peak value can be at any point. But okay, I will tell you after the code, writing the code. uh, Else if suppose this is not true, then else if you already know C++C, then learning is not such much, yeah, so much time taking. Okay, so according to that, I'm also thinking to give just 2 months, or maybe if that's the case, then I think even 1 month is enough for just we will need to put some practice, right? Like I use it in projects. Else if and it also said that array is guaranteed to be a mountain array. Okay, there will be a peak index value present in that. Like it's the array given here, uh, there will be a peak index present there. Okay, like I think I have solved a similar problem like this in which we check if it's a valid mountain array. Just there was not any binary search used there, but just here we will use that. And else if um yeah, there was a case like if it's if this is not true, or if this is not true, then there will be two else cases. Like then we should we check for it in the right side or should we check for it in the left side? Okay, so like we will check if it's line 11 syntax error. Yeah, I'm just writing the code. Even the code is not finished. I will just change it. Just the like what the values. I've initialized the array with just writing the code. After that, I will just update this condition to explain that what will happen if suppose searching all the array. Maybe we will mid will be on this point anytime or this point, then it will overflow, right? I will do that. Just have kept it for the last as a surprise. Um, mid minus one is more than nums mid, right? Then in that case, we can reinitialize the end with and is equals to mid minus one, means we can check for the in peak index at the left side of the array, right? This was the case. If left side array value is more than nums mid, right, in that case. Else if again if nums mid no mid minus one value, yeah, if nums maybe nums mid plus one value is more than mid, right, then in that case we will check for the values like then the peak index may be present in the right side of the array, that is equals to start becomes mid plus 1. Okay, use and line 11. Oh yeah, yeah, this will be and well, right, you are right. And bro, binary search may not work for it because array was not sorted. But man, I've done that, man. Let me just check. See, peak index in mountain array problem. Okay, wait. No, there will be binary search used in this. If you see, binary search, we can solve it using binary search. Okay, and mem has also done it, and and there's task also given to solve it in log and time complexity. That's why linear search will not work here. Have you solved this problem before? Um, I'm not consistent in that time. Okay, the code is right. We are just, we are finding. We are trying to find the peak index. Okay. And now we will initialize start with 1 and nums end with 2 minus 2. Like means from this side, this will become the end and this will become the start of the array. Okay. Because peak value can't be on the starting or the end. Okay. If it will be on the starting, if the largest value will be on the starting or at the end, then it will not be a mountain array, right? Because we have to find peak index in a mountain array. So we use this condition, and this conditions also uh, makes us safe from, yeah, from accessing a value that is not present in the array, and safens us from segmentation fault. Like here, suppose nums mid, maybe nums mid at a point comes here, or nums mid comes here. So if we check for nums mid, if nums mid minus 1 value is less than nums mid. So where is nums mid minus 1? See, it's not here. And in this case, if nums mid plus 1 value is less than nums mid, but here there is no nums mid plus 1 value that we can access for the last and the first element of the array, right? Because that will give out of bound like integer overflow. Like we are trying to access that value that is not present in the array. So that's why we did this. Start with the first index. Okay, and nums, yeah, and with the second last value instead of last value. And this is also right. This will not give error because, yeah, because peak index can't be on the starting or at the end. It should be between start and the end. Okay, and yeah, we should also have to return. It will be array. And in this case, suppose we not found the value, then there should be, mid is equals to start plus and divided by 2. Okay, this will be the integer type, right? If this. Oh man, we just, okay, instead of this, I will just change the name of the array to nums. Oh man, how many compile error? Okay. No, I think we will write for that. Yeah, Here it will be return -1, right? Maybe if there will be not any peak index that is present, then we will return -1. Mm, value closed here. If okay, it's accepted. See, uh, and how the code is working here, if I tell you, we have to find a peak index. Okay, means the value like the largest value between the start and the end. Okay, that will be considered as the peak index. And peak index is the index. Okay, like in a mountain array. It will not work for all, I think. No, it will work, man. Like, should I tell you how this is working? If even if I submit it, hmm, see, it's accepted. Um, so now I will try to give a dry run of it, like how this is working. Okay, so now we will use xpoly draw for this. Because of I have already done this type of problem before. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to tell that. Maybe when we will do the dry run, it will be clear more clear. Sorry, I will copy this. Just wait, just wait. Hmm, okay. So this is the pencil. This is the pink color that we can choose. So here the array given was 0 and 1 and 0. Okay. And how it will look when we plot it into like 0 will come at maybe at this point. 0 is there or 1 is at this point and again 0 is there. So you can see it's behaving like a mountain, right? Like this is like a mountain. When we will check for the start and end of this, hmm, start will be the first index like this and end will be the last very second last index, right? Like start and end. In this case, start and end will be at the same point. So we will calculate the mid, and we already know that when start and end it is already at the same index, then mid will be that value. So when we will check if this is true, then we will return mid, and in this case, it will return 1 because it is the peak index here. Like when we compare mid with the previous value, mid is more than it, and when we compare it to the next value, it is also more than that. So it is the peak index that is present here. So in that case, we have written 1, and yeah, I think we should take this case where 0, 10, 5, and 2 are here. Okay. For this, I will use this color. 0, 10, 5, and 2. Okay. So first start is what? Start is equals to the first index, that is value is 10, and n becomes the second last index value, that is equals to 5, right? Like the second index, this index. When we calculate the mid of it, it will be 1, okay, like this index. And this, if we compare 10 with the previous value, like mid minus 1, then it will be more than that. If we compare 10 with the next value, even in that case, it will be more than the next value. So in that case, we will again return peak index, right? In this case, it will be 2. But there are also some else cases where maybe mid value is less than mid minus 1, means the this value, current value is less than the previous value. Then in that case, we can check for it, like we can check for it in the left side of the array. Okay, that's why we are all reinitialized and with mid minus 1, means and becomes this. Okay, you are talking about that, right? uh, okay, but then in that case there will be 5 values, right? That, like in that case the array will be an odd array. Should I show you? Okay, let's take an example of an odd array. uh, it will give this value in the this index, okay, as the answer. So I will not take odd array for that. Odd array will be like, okay, fine, 0 2, okay, 0 10 2 4 and 6. Okay, now in the first, the middle will be this value because the array is already, yeah, because the start, wait, start will be 1, right? The first index, that is this, and will be, the second last value, means 0 1 2 third index, okay, third index. Then when we will calculate the mid of it, it will be 1 plus 4 divided by 2, means the second index, means this index, right? So mid is equals to 2 in this case. Okay, and when we check for it, if mid is less than, okay, more than mid minus 1, then that case it will fill. Okay, and if we check if it's more than mid plus 1, okay, it's that true, but it's failing that case when mid should be more than an mid minus 1 value. Okay, so that is failing. So we got to know that in that case, that this case, like nums mid is less than nums mid minus 1 value, then we have reinitialized mid with minus 1. Okay, like end is equals to mid minus 1, means if mid was this, then again the end has become, now end has become what? End has become this value. Okay, and now start is on the 2 3. Okay, this is the mid. Now end will become mid minus 1, right? So end will become, if mid was the second index, okay, so it will become second, yeah, this index. Okay, so now end will also become 1, as same as the starting, as same as the starting. So now start will become 1. Okay, and end will also be at the first index, right? When we will again calculate the mid of it, it will be the same index, because 1 divided by 2 will be equals to, okay, when we add these two, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. When we divide it by 2, it will again give 2 at the end, so mid will be no, it will be 1. Okay, so mid will be 1 in this case, and then we will again check if mid is less than, sorry, if it's more than mid plus 1 and it's also more than mid minus 1. Okay, like in this case, if it's, this will be true and this condition will also be true in this case. So as you can see, 10 is more than 0 also, and 10 is more than 2 also. And that's how we get the peak index, by checking if it's less than mid minus 1 or if it's less than mid plus 1. Okay, that tells us in which side of the array we should go to find the find the peak value, right? Do you got my point? And there is also that condition I've told you about, like the peak index can't be on the last index or the very first index. Okay, that's why we have already excluded them by using this, and also by using this we are getting safe by the condition in which when we try to access those values which is not present in the array, because maybe at some point mid can be this value, very first value or very last value. And you were talking about the sorted part, but I think sorted part is not needed. I just we are checking, should we go at the right side or should we go at the left side every time this is happening. Okay, like if suppose we go at this side, okay, left side of the array, then suppose maybe this is 11. Okay, we will not also mm, we have already excluded that, because of that it will be the last value. Okay, that's how start and end has come to a single value, right? Because we already divided it at the 2 to the power k, right? Means we have already divided it to the point where there is only one value left in the array to check for. Mm-mm-mm. So there can't be a more big value present here or here also. If we were going at the opposite direction of it, if there were some other values given, okay, in the opposite case. So this is how this code is working. You have any doubts? Okay. If you haven't understand, like maybe by my explanation, then you can watch this video also. The ma'am has given a good explanation of this, that how this is working. Um, but yeah, binary search can be used in this. We have already avoided that condition where it will be out of bounds. Like, we try to access those values which are not in the array. We have already put a check for it. And here, this when this will be true, it will be considered the peak index, right? Because we have already excluded the very first and last, and we are now at the middle of the array, middle value of the array. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. You try to write something. I have already told you about that. Just I have made a rule to not use it. I'm fine. What about you? Even this is getting translated into English. Like this is the default for the YouTube stream when we see the comments, but in my mobile phone it's showing that that you have written it in Hindi. Like you can even check the very first stream that I have done. Like on the day one, I was talking in Hindi. You know, on this stream, the day one stream, I was talking in Hindi in this. Time complexity of the code will be. I think we forget to check the time complexity, right? Now let's check it. Me. Uh, but I think that will maybe break the rule, right? I can. Okay, I am messaging you in Discord. You can see it here, there, right? Wait, wait. Um, have you got my message? Uh, just because I have already told you before that we are trying to improve our communication skills, right? And it also feels good when I try to, explain the topics in English. It feels more good in that way. Even nowadays, I try to find some lectures which are in English instead of Hindi. Like it becomes a little bit difficult to understand lectures in Hindi nowadays. And also, if I even try to explain the things, then it will get a little bit messier. Like it feels like it's way good to explain these things in English, rather than Hindi. You can also try it. Have you tried like recording your video using your camera? Maybe when I will make some videos, okay, explaining some topics, maybe I will use Hindi in that. Hmm. Yeah, it will be like a punishment, you know, not a punishment. But it feels good. And it's also, I am feeling that explaining these things in Hindi is very, like it also creates a confusion between the technical terms and using Hindi and again converting it to English. Today I was also busy in just creating some DSA notes, you know, but I think that will not be visible in the camera, like the webcam, um, like this. Peak index in a mountain area. Today I thought that was today I was through that I will make a video, but I didn't feel I feel awkward. Just do it. Just do it. I will say just to start to do it, okay? At a certain point when it will be more than like 2 or 3 days, you will not feel that. It will happen, man, it will happen. That what you have to overcome from, right? Like even at my environment where I'm like recording, there at times 2 or 3 people are sitting in front of me. Even after that, I speak and not focus on what people are like, if people are watching me or what. How you speak your family members? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you are trying to improve, right? They will not stop you. Just tell them, okay, I'm improving English, and there's no way, and this is the better way I have found, and that's why I have started this. Hmm. But that shows some like we are at the same IP address, then it will be marked as we are bots. That's why I am Bengali, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I think so. That so in that case, English will be good, right? And it's difficult to, like I've seen Bengali people, they find Hindi too difficult to talk in, like converse with people using Hindi. But I think in English will be fine for you. Like it is like a universal language, right? And we will have to eventually use that in some settings. Just start it, man. I think uh, you have got enough time. If you will start doing it from today or maybe tomorrow, it will be good. Yeah, even mine is not that good, man. I'm also just like you. Peak index in a mountain area. Mhm. You are too good. Don't compare with me. You can also uh, reach at this stage. Just you have to give time. Uh, you know. I think that's also I have not given that much time till now. It's not so much, right? When you will start and keep repeating the words or keep repeating the explanations, even if you're explaining only a single topic, but when you will repeat the things, then like what happens in DSA when you try to solve a problem again and again, revisit it, and again you got some new patterns or understand new things about it. So how that's how English also works, and you get to know about some new things like how time complexity reduces even if we use loops, and how using loops not affect time complexity. You will eventually have to do it, man. Like what will happen when you will be in front of the interviewer or maybe in a place where you will have to explain the things using English or maybe even in your language, right? Bro, I am just thinking if I say something and make so many grammatical mistakes like that, people will close it up quickly. But uh, that will not matter, right? Even if people will close it, or maybe even not, even a single person sees your video, that's okay. Like you should be the first viewer of your video, right? You will have to review it and see what are the things going on. Like also started his channel mm, like that. Even from the first on Sundays there are no like zero people come on the stream. But even after that I just speak the things. It doesn't matter. It's around I think today is day 32. Day 32 is today. Problem solved. But I think the voice of mine was good in the day 31 stream. The voice which was coming was good. Me, um, according to the roadmap that I'm following today I have done that much problems. But if you are again saying that maybe we should not keep it till here for now, okay. Like I have also completed an extra lecture, but I will not cover that problem in this stream, in another stream, because I also have to follow the roadmap. Uh, like from the past 2 days, I have been breaking the rules of the roadmap that I should follow. Mm, so basically, we are going to end the stream or now what? Yeah, just we are having a conversation. But you should have to start, man. I will see your content that you will share. I will see how you are speaking. Even even if you don't want to show your face, that's also okay. You can just share your screen or enable the screen recording. That's also fine. But I think you should also show your face, right? Um, okay, so can you please teach me how to use OBS? So you will do live stream. Will you do the live stream or what? Like we can use OBS Studio for recording also. For both streaming and also recording. Okay. So for streaming, what we do, we like first, okay, here there will be a button where we will go to this button. Okay, I think you know this. You will click go live and you will be redirected to this page. Okay, and there will be a key like here. It is now live, so I will be unable to change it. But when you will open this, there will be different type of scenes. Okay, like this is stream key name is DSA journey. Okay, you can copy this copy the code of it. When you will copy it, you have to go in the this OBS Studio and go in the settings, and then after that you will go in this stream section. Okay, here you will click on this option, use stream key. Okay, advanced. You will open it and you will paste that code that you have copied from here in that. Okay, so when then after that you will click OK and apply and okay, and after that whenever you start the stream from here, then it will be visible here and yeah, it will start the live stream will start on YouTube. And for stream settings you can change the title here, add some tags or add a thumbnail or the things you want. That will not take that much time, just you need to download OBS. After that, just you copy the code and just paste it there. Camera and display is already here. Just okay. You can adjust the height and width of display or height and width of the camera. Okay, and you can even place the camera here or there. I will say it's very easy. I already downloaded. Now tell me how can I record my screen with face cam? Um, okay, so first you will open it. Are you able to see your face in the webcam? Okay, what? I already downloaded. Now tell me how can I record my screen with face cam? Just you will need to click this button like start recording and it will start recording your screen with the face cam if face cam is visible, right? I think it will be visible because when you will check for it here, when you will click on this face cam, okay, I think you should have to add that, right? First, it will be like display capture. So for adding face cam, you can just like right click here in this empty space and just go there and add source, and source will be so will be this video capture device. When you will click on this, then it will show your face cam, and if it's not visible, then you can click this and go into that and check for the which devices it's connected to. Maybe it's on integrated camera or OBS virtual camera, or for now I'm using camera of NVIDIA broadcast. Okay, camera with NVIDIA broadcast feature, right? But it will be set by default. uh, uh, and you can see the volume of your voice, like how much in how much decibels it is, right? It's here. You can see it here, like how much loud is the voice of yours. Like you can see when I stop speaking, it drops down. Okay, so will you upload the video today? I will be waiting for that. You can also share it in the Discord. Maybe there will be people who will. It's a danger thing, but you can do that. And I think at that case, I will also your level will also increase. Like I can give you some XP because of that, because it will be a type of a good contribution, right? Hmm. No, I will not. It was too much difficult for me to speak something in front of my parents. Then how you will be able to speak in front of the interviewer, man? Are you an introvert or something? Are you a shy guy? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, too much. Even I am not go outside so much. Okay. So there you need people, a person for this. Okay, I will share you a video on Discord. Okay, you can watch that. Maybe after that you will be able to, you will get some energy to do that. Or maybe it will be a type of a push for you. You will have to do that, man. And why you feel like that? Okay. Like I was also like you, but it somehow it changed around like last year when it was the month of July. Then it started to change, and now the things have been reduced so much. Like I think you are not doing anything bad, right? You have solved more than 100 problems on LeetCode. Then like, what's the problem? You are learning skills. Peak index in mountain array. Oh man, where is my comment gone? Was yeah. Then what's the problem? Like, why are you feeling underconfident? I think maybe you are in a identity crisis, right? Like when people feel that they're in an identity crisis, like what who they are or like what they are doing, then in that case they feel insecure about all the things when they see other people, right? Even their friends or family members. I think that's the matter. Maybe. Okay, so at that time, what I did, I used to go to like watch some videos of a person that's name is. I will come around. I think the same usual time. Maybe it can be a late or if I will like get if I will be free at the right time, I will be started and it at 7 p.m. or you know I will send you a video of him and you can watch that. I think after that your confidence will be on maybe another level. But just it's a 1 hour long video, but it's in Hindi. Okay, there is not much English used in that. Okay, should I show you his website? Then you will get to know what type of person he is. Okay, you heard, but you haven't watched content of him, right? How can I show you? Okay, career. Like he's the man who have cleared all the top level exams in India. Like he have cleared CA exams. Yeah, it's CAT exam, right? He have cleared CAT and UPSC, and also in JEE. In all of these he was at the top 10, in India. And I think in the CAT paper he was, I think, around all India rank 1. Like he had cleared all those three papers. Even after that, he left all the offers that he got. Don't know. Academics. Have you heard about any person that have like cleared UPSC and JE and also the CAT exam at the same time, and also got the rank in top 10, or like all India rank around don't know why it's not showing here. Yeah, let's maybe Copilot can give answer. Hmm, let's see. Okay. Hmm, I have heard saying him that he was AI1 in the CAT. Okay, you can see Achar Prashant cracked all the India's toughest exams like JEE, CAT, and UPSC. You know, he studied at IIT Delhi, he cleared JEE, scored in very top 10 percentiles in CAT, very top percentiles in CAT exam. CAT exams are for CS and often described as the top as a 100 percentile. Means he got 100% marks, and also he secured one at AIR 144 in UPSC. But if even after that he's not doing any type of job or something. Okay, I will share you the video. You can check out. Hmm? Like imagine the level of that person. And if you check the YouTube channel of him on YouTube, I think he have around 60 million subscribers or more than that. You can see 60 million subscribers. Like I think he's a type of a influencer that can influence a person in a very hardcore way. Uh, and if we and in total he have around like 183 million plus followers, like on every, if we combine all the platforms on which he is present, right? Even he have so many channels, just not that single channel on which he have 60 million subscribers. I will share you the video of him. So, so till then you can try to make a video, or maybe you can try to make a video after seeing that video, which I will share you. Okay. Maybe that will change your mind or thinking. Okay, what will you do now? I think I should just end the stream or summarize the stream. After that, I will end it. Hmm. Um, so what we did in today's stream, if we summarize it, then in total we revisited three problems. After that, I solved one problem today. According to the roadmap, we followed that. So first problem that I wait a second. So we forget to submit it as like mark it as revisited. Okay, then you then talk to you tomorrow. Good night, good night, man. Good night. I will share you the link of the video. You should see that. Okay. Three consecutive or hmm, now it will be marked as revisited, right? And let me check for the list, favorite list, if it's updated or not. Okay, it's updated, so everything is good. Yeah, we just had need to mark it as solved, right? And now I will summarize the stream. The first problem that we did revisited was binary search, and in that the time complexity was equals to log n because we reduced binary search for that. And the second problem that we revisited was search in a rotated sorted array, and in which the time complexity was also equals to log n. Okay. And the third problem that I revisited was three consecutive odds. Okay. And its time complexity was equals to log n because we did traverse the array using a number of operations. And after that, I solved the new problem of today in which we used binary search again. Name was peak index in a mountain array. Okay. Time complexity was again coming near to big of log n. Okay. And there was also another thing, if I tell you, like in binary search, it was told that in the worst case, time complexity can be yeah, log n. Okay. And if we use binary search in the best case, time complexity can come near to big of 1. Okay. So if I summarize it again, in total we revisited three problems and solved one new problem today. And the first two revisits that we did, time complexity was equals to log n because we did use binary search in that. And the third problem that I revisited, time complexity in that was equals to big of n. After that, I solved a new problem we using binary search, and time complexity of that problem was equals to log n. This was all for today's stream, and in total, just we revisited three problems, and after that, solved one new problem. So if you learned something from the stream, you can consider, uh, you can like the stream for now. And if you feel that you learned something from the stream, or okay, is that guy is teaching something good, teaching us something good, then you can consider subscribing to the channel only after that. You should not subscribe to the channel only just after I say that go subscribe to the channel. Okay. You can consider subscribing only if you feel that this guy is teaching something good or we are getting some value from him. Then you can consider subscribing. And please do give reviews in the comment section also, like what things should I improve, what things should I work on, and what new things should I come up with like in the new videos or streams, and why I'm saying that you should subscribe to the channel. So when I will be live again or upload some video, then you can come, then a notification, then you will get the notification in your home feed or notification section that I'm in live, and you can come again and see me explaining things or like solving a new problem again, and we can have interaction also. That's why I was saying to subscribe. Oh, and subscribe only after when you feel that this okay, this man is a good man and he's teaching something good. Okay. Um, that was all for today's stream. And in that, I will say that what you all have to do, then you all have to just keep learning and keep exploring and just keep grinding.